Hello everyone, welcome to Learning with Dr. Shivangi. Today's topic is critics of new industrial policy. As in the previous video, we already started the playlist for the subject business economics and also discusses various topics related to it like meaning of business economics, elements of business economics, effect of environmental factors on business economics, nature of business economics, industrial policy, and so on. So in today's video, we'll discuss about the critique of new industrial policy. You can also watch other videos, links are provided in the description box. So before started the video, I want to say you that if you like my video, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, which is Learning with Dr. Shivangi. Now coming to the main topic, which is critique of new industrial policy. The main thrust of new education policy of the Janta government is on all small scale, village and tiny sector industries as against the large scale industries mainly controlled by big industrial houses and multinationals. There is also a new compulsive emphasis towards geographical dispersal of industries from urban centers to rural and backward areas. So there are so many changes in the Janta government from small scale village areas, tea sectors areas to the large scale industries and controlled by the big industrial houses and companies. However, the new industrial policy seems to be mere extension of industrial policy of 1956 because as stated in the Janta government statement, the new education policy is directed basically towards the removal of distortions. The measures suggested for the promotion of small scale industries in the new policy are also found in the industrial policy of 1956. All the Janta government has done is to increase the list of 180 items to 500 items. Moreover, in many cases, an enlarged list is deceptive. So, in the case of Janta government, the industrial policy in 1956 is transformed to new education policy towards the removal of distortions, and these are also the promotion of small scale industries which changes in the industrial areas. For example, even when an item brushed of all types has been listed, brushes of all types has been listed elsewhere, one finds wire brushed and fiber brushes, paint brushed, toothbrush as separated items. But mere increase in the number of reserved items is not necessarily an indicator of the expanding role of the small scale sector. In order to make reservation effective, the large industrial areas units must be phased out to the production of certain items. Only small scale industries are allowed to manufacture them. So these small types of items has been increased in the industrial policy 1956, and there is no reservation in the industrial area, but reservation is effective in the large industrial units in the production system also. The new policy does not give concrete measures whereby the exploitative nature of large scale industries, dominance of multinationals, and a strong hold of capitalist structure can be checked. Even where the small scale industrial units are free to operate in the open market, large business firms have greater competitive strengths to dominate the market through brand names and other sales tactics. So the new policy measures is exploitative in nature in the large scale industries, and it is held by the large sectors multinationals in the whole of the market. The foregoing analysis suggests that industrial policy does not make a bold attempt to change the socio-economic framework in some basic ways, but decides to operate within the present socio-economic structure with a few modifications. So there is only few modifications done in the socio-economic structure in the Janta government with the new industrial policy 1956. So this is all about the critics of industrial policy 1956. I again summarizes all the points so that you can easily understand about the topic. So there is only small scale sector, village areas, tiny sectors in the case of new industrial policy 1956 in place of large scale industries, and these are controlled by the multinationals and large industrial houses. uh, Only their few items are deceptive in nature. There are variety of items started, but they are not generally in use. Number of reserved category items are generally indication of expanding role of the small scale industries. Small scale industries are running in the open market, but large business firms have greater competitive strength to dominate the market. So this is all about the critics of new industrial policy 1956. If you have any query about this topic, or if you want to know about any other topic related to research methodology, business management, industrial sociology, you can ask me through comment box. If you like my video, please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, which is Learning with Dr. Shivangi. We'll meet in the next video with new topic. Thank you everyone.